What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another instance of my post-gym walk talks. Yeah, so I think I'm ready to apply a little bit more structure this time. um, First of all, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy holidays to all of you, those of you who celebrate, and to those of you who don't. Hope everything's cool. But just three topics today. I want to talk about first what's coming on the channel, guitar and gear wise. I want to talk about, for the fitness side of things, I want to talk about the concept of abs and things that you may not know about them. And then finally, as a kind of a life thing, I want to talk about the concept of delayed gratification. So sit back and enjoy the ramblings of someone who's, considers himself as having made it and is continuing to make it. What does that mean to me? I'm happy. I want that for all y'all too. Anyway, we'll get there. So first off, on the guitar side of things, my channel will still continue to cover, guitar, music, guitar-related things. And I have purchased something recently that, I was excited about a little while ago. And yeah, but now I get to take my time with it and not, feel beholden to the, oh, it just came out, let me rush a video out for it type of thing. And that's going to be necessary because it's not super intuitive from the first time I plugged it up. It is the Tonex, what do you call it? Is it just the Tonex? The IQ Multimedia Tonex pedal, I think it is. So again, another one of these, what is it, like amp capturing type things, Of course, I was super excited about this when I saw it came out. The idea of capturing our amp tones and everything in other people's amp tones certainly appeals to me. And yeah, for $300 off Reverb, can't really beat that, assuming it's good. We shall see. I played around with it yesterday with the intent of making a video, but like I said, one, it's more complicated at first glance than I thought it might be. Two, I'm out of practice for making, the guitar videos. So I did a whole bunch of fumbling around, didn't really get anything done. I am going to make a guitar related video today before we leave for the holidays, but it won't be about the Tonex. I'm gonna say that for when I get back. Like I said, I wanted to spend a little bit more time with that before I really do much with it. Today I'm likely going to jump back into my Dover DA20. I really love that amp. Again, that amp and my journey with that amp was actually part of why I had kind of let the channel just, go unused for a while there. I had sold the amp, but then UPS freaking destroyed it. And then I went through a whole saga getting that amp repaired and everything. And yeah, played it yesterday and it is as phenomenal sounding as always. Very unique, different sounding amp, and I love it a lot. I'm excited to get back in my studio room and play with it for you guys. We'll see how that goes. So hopefully that'll be up probably tomorrow. We shall see. Yeah, okay, so fitness stuff. Can we talk about abs for a minute? Like actual 6-pack, 4-pack, 8-pack abs and all of that. Not gonna lie. They were and remain a large part of my, daily motivation to be in the gym and to not eat like trash and try and eat better and just do better and be more fit. It's just a cool look, to have. But yeah, like I said, I kind of want to talk about some things about, the concept of abs that some people don't realize. I, even myself, learned this year exactly how that works. So, like I said, I'm in the Army. I've been in the Army for almost 8 years now, but I've done the whole JROTC, ROTC thing through, late childhood, early adulthood. And, I've been having to be somewhat fit this whole, for years because of this. But I've never had abs, and I never had visible abs, I should say. We all have abs, getting there. yeah, I just never had visible abs. And eventually, when I really truly started working on my fitness, the truth of that bothered me. It's like, why am I working this hard, but I don't, look like these freaking movie stars and all the action heroes and my favorite video game characters and stuff, Bothers me. I should be looking like freaking Goku and Vegeta out here, Okay. Why was that not the case? So, in most cases, visible abs literally just comes down to how much fat you're carrying on your body. So, even the least trained of us, to some extent, like, it would have to get pretty extreme at that point, but if you lost enough fat, eventually you will see your ab muscles. And how much training you do for your abs to grow your abs has nothing to do with the actual physical shape of your abs, meaning, a 4-pack, an 8-pack, a 6-pack, or how they look in terms of, some people's abs are like crooked, some people's joints are like perfectly straight across. That piece comes down to genetics, and there's literally absolutely nothing you can do about it outside of maybe some type of crazy cosmetic surgery or something. But yeah, it's just not a thing. You cannot control it. And for me, I remain to this day very curious what exactly, my abs look like. I'm, like I said, around 20 to 21% body fat right now. So I'm at that point where I can see, the ab-like structures when I'm, at most points when I look in the mirror. And it appears that I have a 6-pack, but I'm not satisfied with that answer. I won't be satisfied until I can truly, look and, it's obvious. Anyone who can count will know what's there. And that appeals to me. Like, that's a pretty cool goal to strive for, in my opinion. So right now I'm just continuing to lift hard and heavy, but more so with a mind on maintenance and not losing my muscle mass as I continue to try and lose weight and cut down. Yeah, and I'll, bulk back up and everything. Like I said, I'm not doing strict cutting and bulking type phases, but at the same time, I definitely want to cut down the amount of fat that I carry right now, because everything fits weird on me right now. All my clothes fit weird. I'm in like this weird, very fit, but neither super thin, super shred. It's weird. My body, like my clothes just fit kind of weird right now. And I really want to like reduce my love handles and all that. But that's neither here nor there. I think that it's just crazy what can serve as motivation for you, especially over the long term, because, this is kind of a long-term process and a long-term commitment that you have to truly see, good, unquestionable results, which is what I'm chasing. Which leads nicely into my last topic of discussion here, one that's very important to me, very near and dear to my heart, and that is the concept of delayed gratification. Story time on this one, I guess. So, I am one of 4 total children. I have an older sister and 2 younger brothers. My youngest brother, this is his last year in high school. He's a senior, and in the summer he will be graduating. And man, that's such an interesting time in all of our lives. We've spent the whole of our lives up to this point has been very structured. We go to school, we come home, go back to school. There's not really much variance in there. You know what you're going to do. You don't have to worry about your bills 9 times out of 10. All of that. Graduating high school, it's like, okay, now all these paths exist out in front of you, right? And for me, that was that was primarily just stressful and scary, Although I had really good grades in high school, I also was not like super motivated / driven to really know what was going to be next for me. I was lucky enough that someone my great uncle, who retired from the Army as lieutenant colonel, kind of scooped me up and put me on the path to applying for an Army ROTC scholarship, which I did and subsequently did receive, thank God. And for me, that was really good because it's like, okay, I have more years of structure. Like, I don't have to be worried about, okay, what's next? What am I going to do next? I'm going to go to school. I'm going to get paid as an ROTC scholarship holder. Like, they literally pay you a little stipend twice a month. Wasn't much, but it meant I didn't have to, work an additional job. And then after that, I'm going to join the Army, and they're going to teach me they're going to teach me a job. And it has very much worked out exactly like that. And I'm thankful and I love it. But circling back around to delayed gratification, I love it now. That whole ROTC process, and even some of the very, very early days of my Army career and times in college, like certain things I had to deal with to stay on this path. They were very difficult. They were very stressful. I was depressed at times, like dejected. I failed many things across many different disciplines and areas of my life, and it was rough. And during those times, I definitely could have been doing easier things, but I'm thankful that even at the time, I had a mindset of beginning with the end in mind. And for me at the time, the end was, becoming a second lieutenant in the Army. And of course, that end was nothing but a new beginning. But at the time, that's what mattered. So for me, let's talk about the struggles that I had. For me, they were the maths above calculus, because coming from a fairly poor background, fairly weak elementary through high school system overall, math in particular was not something that I feel that our school district was great at preparing us for. So like my first semester's grades in college was literally nearly basically straight A's and an F in calculus. And as someone who had never seen an F on anything that I'd ever done, that kind of broke me down. It was pretty bad. I had to go back and actually retake that class. I'd never had to retake class before and everything. It was rough. Psychologically, mentally, spiritually, it just sucked. But I'm thankful that I stuck through that. And ultimately, the fact that I stayed with, the hard major, I'm a computer science major, it also put me on the path that I'm on now to let me do a very specific job in the Army that I really, really love. And if I had gone the easy way out and changed my major to something where I know I could have had, straight A's and constantly, I never would have, I probably wouldn't have been able to do what I do now, and I love what I do now. Additionally, in college, we had to take, PT tests and everything. I have always been a poor runner in terms of what the Army asks us to do. At the time, the slowest that a young man could run in the Army was 15 minutes, 2 miles and 15 minutes and 54 seconds. I always struggled with that. Looking back, I don't feel like I had enough mentorship to truly teach me what I needed to know and how to improve my run time consistently. But at the same time, I was trying, but I was not training correctly. And nobody, stepped in to truly help me understand what that needed to be consistently. And that, led to lots of stress and heartache and just struggling, But hey, through no, effort of my own, the Army had, I've struggled with running across my career. Now, the Army's physical fitness tests and everything have changed to where it went from the APFT, the physical fitness test, to the ACFT, the Army Combat Fitness Test, and that's much more aligned with the things that I'm fairly naturally good at, but at the same time, the running portion is much easier at the same time. And yeah, I appreciate that. So that's like a delayed gratification thing that just sticking with it paid off. I had nothing to do with the fact that, hey, they changed the standard, but it did benefit me. And if I had, just given up when things were hard, I wouldn't be able to, breeze through and not ever stress about the current fitness test that we take right now, So yeah, my overall point there is, to my experience, in most cases in life, and also talking about other people's experiences, it's usually so extremely worth it to put the hard work in and do the hard thing, the difficult thing, the thing that's, you don't want to do in the moment. It's just so worth it. Like, the benefits of these things are huge because so many people refuse to do that. They don't even consider doing something other than, the easy thing, the thing that they want to do. To speak on someone else in my life, this is something I just could not, at the time, get them to understand. That, so this person very much wanted to always have free time to do the things that they want to do, their passions and everything. Like for me, guitar, YouTube, all that, passions. But they also had never applied themselves to learn, a real skill, to finish school, to get a job where, it's talented labor, not, I'm walking to any minimum wage job where anyone can be trained to do this in the matter of days, and I'm just replaceable just like that. What I was trying to impress upon them was that, hey, if you take the time to finish school, to, learn how to do something, to get a marketable skill and, get a good, stable job, you will have time to do those things that you want to do. At the time, they didn't quite get that. I think they're in a position where they may understand what I was talking about now. But yeah, that's something that kind of bothers me, is people being willing to scrape by with the bare minimum and have no qualms about, being a burden on other people instead of doing the hard thing to elevate themselves into a place of, financial security, freaking just mental freedom, a place where they're not stressed all the time about, making ends meet. That's where you truly want to be. And most times that requires a sense of delayed gratification. You got to grind it out in one way or another to get there. And I guarantee you, when you do, it's worth it. But yeah, once again, happy holidays to all of you. I hope that y'all found something useful in this message. If you want to discuss anything I talked about today, please drop it down in the comment section. If there's anything you want me to talk about in the future, again, please drop it down in the comment section. And yeah, you guys take care.